Warning, if you're using BioStrip 20 to strip finecast, do not leave it in the pot too long, or there will be disaster. Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, continuing on with the Iron Priest that I'm doing for Methos from Frost and Fists. So if you haven't checked out their channel already, please do so. Awesome couple of guys, great YouTube channel, only just started up, but it's got some really nice videos, so go and check them out. And yeah, so in the last video you saw the model that Wolf Brother Methos sent me, which I'm going to paint up for him, do a bit of converting on it. And basically it's an Iron Priest, so it's supposed to be one of these, and it's on a Thunderwolf mount. So the first job of the day for me was to strip it, and it was a fine cast model, so put it in the paint stripper, and I had a bit of a disaster, to be honest. I put it in the morning in the stripper, went to work, came home, went to strip it, and yeah, this is the results. An absolute disaster. I've never had any problems with BioStrip before. I have stripped some fine cast with it before, but I've not left it in there for quite so long. Yeah, so what's happened basically is it's gone really rubbery, very bendy, and as you can see, so bendy it's sort of just fragile and breaking off. And just like absolutely everything is just all chipping off. As you can see, it's just like breaking off. It's absolutely useless. I'm gutted because obviously this is a model which Methos has sent me. Now I have contacted Methos and we've had a chat about it. Everything's all good, and I have recovered the situation, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But yeah, let's just continue the story. So I investigated the model, and I did discover that the legs and the torso were actually plastic, so there was something in there that wasn't actually ruined, but basically everything on that piece of tissue there is ruined, so I put that aside. And in terms of the torso and legs, the person that originally built this model, they had put some fine cast pieces on this knee and also on the torso's chest section, and those fine cast pieces had also gone brittle, so I tried taking them off, but where they'd been super glued on and stuff, the chest piece was ruined. This knee, although I did tidy it up, try and file it down, I'm going to try and do my best paint job on this thing, so I don't want to have like a dodgy knee. So I've decided to cut his knee off, his leg off. I had to rip the body off as well. So my starting point for this Iron Priest is basically a right leg and a crotch. Yeah. So to the bits box I went, and this is the result. Now this is not finished, but I'm really happy with the recovered situation that I've got. So he's currently sitting on the Thunderwolf mount, but let me just take him off for you. Now he's currently just pinned onto the Thunderwolf mount, and I am going to put the big pin in here, make it easier for painting. But yeah, so starting at the bottom of the model, so as I said, this is the original wolf leg, which is pretty good actually, because it's got that little gem on his leg, so I think that's probably the only thing that on the original model that was a Space Wolves, so that was quite useful. So I've got that. On this side I put a Chaos leg. We're obviously implementing a little bit of 13th company for Methos on this model, which is what he's after. I managed to find an original, I managed to find a torso exactly the same as the original torso, so that was really good. So I put that on. He's obviously got those big backpacks, straps. Excuse my fingers, but my paint spray exploded on me today. Yeah, so I then went on to here. I put a Chaos shoulder pad on here. I've destroyed the iconography there, which obviously was what the 13th company would do. They wouldn't have chaos symbols. And I've put a bolt gun on there. I've done my usual thing, and I've put a blade on the front because hopefully I'll be able to do some nice blood effects on there, get some blood effects on the model. But not only that, I've magnetised this, so this will come off. So I wanted to give Methos all the options. So he now has as well, of course the great thing about magnets is you could do cool poses like that, but now he has the Hellfrost pistol option. And this is basically a grav pistol. I mean, looking at the picture for this gun, which is just there, it looks similar to a grav weapon, and I did have limited options. I did consider using a plasma pistol, sort of using that, but I think this is the best option. So what I did is I basically took this little extra piece on the bottom. This is from a flamer, so I cut off the sort of edge, flattened it down, and glued on that little flamer section. I scraped off the skull, because the skull would have been upside down, and I think it's doing the job quite nicely. I mean, you've got this thing hanging, hanging down here, so I'm happy with that. So that's my Hellfrost pistol. Over on the other side, this is well, it started life off as a Space Wolf's axe, and then on the top I've got a Terminator Thunderhammer. And then on the bottom, I just sort of made it a little bit more fancy because it is a rune Iron Priest after all. At the bottom, I gave him like a Space Wolf like section on the bottom here, which this came from. I believe it was a Terminator sword, which I had. So put that on the bottom, and then that's this Thunder Hammer. But again, I wanted to give all the options, so I've magnetised the top section. That comes off. So my plan is on here, the front section I'm going to do like the power weapon effects, and the back's going to be gold for the Thunder Hammer. And then I have the, what's it called, Tempest Hammer. That's the Tempest Hammer option. So again, I'm going to do some power weapon effects at the front, and the back is supposed to have some like heat effects to make this a Tempest axe. So Methos will have all the options available to the priest. And then it was trying to do the head. I had a look at all my head options. Bit limited on heads really, to be fair, but I found this old Space Wolf's head, this like old school one. I messaged Methos and said, do you have it already in your army? I figured he didn't, because it's like a 10-year-old sculpt, and he didn't, so thought I'd use that one, why not? So he doesn't have that in his army already, so pretty cool. And of course I've drilled out all of the gun barrels on there, and also on the bolter, as standard. And that is it so far. Now I have also ordered from eBay a servo arm. It's a Forge World one, cost me a few quid, not too bad. And I'm going to convert a Space Wolves backpack, put the servo arm on. I'm thinking possibly doing some wires going from his arm into the backpack, just to give him that sort of Iron Priest feel just a little bit more. And then he'll be ready. I've still got to strip this. It's okay, it's plastic, so I've still got to strip him, but yeah, he's going to be sitting on there quite happily. So I am really happy. I hope that Methos likes it. Well, actually I know he does, because I've sent him some pictures, so yeah. But I hope you like it. Let me know what you think in the comments box below. I think I've successfully rescued the situation, but yeah. So, more work to do, so I'll be back when I have another update. Thanks for watching.